com. All right, let's dive in. So, what does it mean to share the love when we're talking about business? There's something really important that I think we forget sometimes, and that is giver's gain, right? And so, I always tell you guys, go have coffee with somebody in a business that's not familiar to you. Go sit and ask them how they run their construction office, their law office, their hair salon, their accounting practice. Ask them how they do business, and you can learn so much. And in that moment, when they're giving to you and you're getting, that's a great synergy. It's what you want. But here's the big but. Approaching someone with your hand out, right? Saying, hey, what can you give me? Or soliciting. Or you know how in our groups we try to isolate self-promotions to one day, right? So you're not always promoting yourself. Look at me, look at me, look at me. It can make you feel like, oh gosh, I'm not supposed to do that. On the contrary, right? What it's supposed to do is help you get into the habit of offering, offering, offering. So if you have that luncheon, well, back in the day luncheon, I don't know what you do now, Zoom meeting with that practice owner, and you say at the end of that meeting, this was great information. How can I help you? What can I give you today? Because this has given me so much. I want to leave you with something. You'll be so surprised the impression that will make on the person that you've just had lunch with, right? They know that they've given you a ton of information, but when you end with, how can I help you? How can I make your business better? Here's some tips I've learned that might help you. You will see a great coffee turn into an amazing marketing venture. You have just recruited someone onto your marketing team because that person you had coffee with, they know somebody who needs your services, right? They might not be thinking of it when they're sitting with you at coffee, but they know somebody. And when they get to that place, when they're ready to refer, they're going to refer you. So, giver's gain, that's our theme for the month of February. Share the love, share the love. Let's talk about reviews. You are a practice owner, or you want to be a practice owner someday, or you work in a practice. Here's the golden rule, and you guys, fight me. I don't believe that we should solicit reviews from our clients. I'm going to say it again. I do not believe we should ever solicit reviews from our clients. It creates a hierarchy. It creates a dual relationship. And I can talk more about that. I know you see it. I see it. I see it on websites. I see it in agencies. I see it, there's so many ways that we want to get, we want to get business, and everybody who's a business coach is going to say, what? You got to get reviews. Well, when you solicit a review from a client, they are giving you something, right? That's not how that relationship is supposed to go, right? They're paying for a service. You're giving them something. And yes, I know dentists do it and chiropractors do it, and okay, that's fine. But for us, it's a little bit different. We don't do anything for our gain at the client's expense. And if the client somehow suffers because they see their testimonial out there and somebody says, oh, you went to counseling, I don't know, I'm just making this up, that's at the client's expense. But don't despair. There's a way that you can get reviews. And I want to do that in this group all through the month of February. I want you to think about colleagues that have seen you speak, okay? Who have seen you give a presentation at a conference, who have seen you do a guidance lesson or a presentation in class, or give an ethics paper or a report or a poster session. Everybody in this group right now should be able to think of at least 2 or 3 people who have watched them deliver a service, a talk, something to another group of people. Maybe it's even like, I don't know, like a referral on a resume, right? You have a boss somewhere that loved having you as an employee. You were on time, you were punctual, you were this, you were that, you were respectful and professional. You can solicit those. You can go to folks who know you, who have seen you work, and they can give you reviews. you take those reviews and you can publish them on your website. There are different widgets that you can get. Remember, your back office is a wonderland. Go check out the YouTube video. There are widgets that you can get where these testimonials can rotate across your page. They can be on one side. You can have it to where the client scrolls down and they see all of these wonderful comments, and it's not client related. These are just people saying, hey, I think Jane Smith is an amazing professional. I've watched her speak. I've seen lives change because of the work she's done on the experiential rope course or with students in our guidance, or right. Those reviews matter. Your clients aren't picky. They're just looking for 5 stars. They want to know that you can do the job, and they're placing their trust in you. So these colleague reviews can really help. So I'm going to challenge you here in a couple of days to give a review to a colleague. Give a review to someone that you know, right? And once you do that, then you'll be able to ask for a review. All right? Give a review first, and then ask for a review. The second thing, follows and shares. I know in this group, tons of us already have our practices established. So we have Instagram accounts, we have Facebook accounts, some of you have TikTok, some of you have blogs and YouTube channels. It's amazing when everybody agrees to go click like or follow or share. It's amazing when you see those numbers go up. I've done this before on my Facebook page. It was so funny. One night I was talking to my husband. It was like right before my Christmas, I think, or my birthday or something like that. And I said, it's really sucks. I'm looking at this. I've got 990 likes on my Facebook page. And I see him over there twiddling, right? I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm taking care of that. He posted on his account, hey, my wife's trying to get to 1,000 likes on her Facebook page. And within like 5 minutes, I had over 1,000 people, right? It wasn't that many. It was like 20 people, but still, it was amazing. It just, all I had to do was ask. I had to ask. And if you're able to get onto we call it a sphere of influence, whatever that sphere of influence is, right? The people who already follow your page, the people who already follow your Instagram account, the people who already follow your YouTube channel, and you say, hey, this is February. Invite a friend. If you think my stuff is great, would you mind sharing? Would you mind going and liking my page? When you ask for it, you'll get it. So asking for follows and shares, and then blogging, right? I'm only going to talk a second about blogging because I'm going to get into this in another section, but there is a way that you can be a guest blogger, right? You can invite bloggers to your website, right? When I invite Jane Smith to my website to do a blog, I get all of her followers, right? Because they're going to want to check out Jane Smith on my website, on my blog, right? And then Jane and I can kind of work together. Jane, can I go on your blog? And of course you want them to be similar blogs. You don't want to be like on the gardening, Houston Gardeners, although that's a great Facebook page. You should check it out. But you can get onto their blog, bring your followers, and vice versa. It's a great way to make sure everybody's feeling the love and everybody feels like they're getting something. So many times in these Facebook groups, and you guys know this, right? Somebody will get in there and they'll start just promoting, self-promoting. And it's like, oh, come on. Hey, we get it. We want you to succeed. We want you to do well in business. But you have to have that giver's gain mindset. Give, and then ask. All right. Okay. So I'm getting there. I want to take a quick commercial, grab my glasses, because I want to let you know we had 7 folks join Badass Business this week. I forgot to do it last week. I'm about to forget to do it today, so I'm doing it right now. So let's welcome these folks trying to create a badass counseling practice. And you know what? If they're supervisors, good on them. In fact, maybe in March, I'll just do a whole supervisor business thing, right? Who knows? So these are the folks we just had join our little group here. A little group. We're almost at 1,200 members. This is so cool. Elizabeth Schultz, Lee Patterson Rainwater, Bug Lady Agnes, great name, Bug Lady, Brooke West Crisp, Judy Roberts, Alexander Phillip, LPC licensed counselor, and Selena Shelton. Now let's get to work. Welcome, you guys. I am so happy that you're here. I hope you get a lot out of the group, but I hope you give a lot too. All right. SEO and keyword optimization, podcast versus YouTube. This is where you get into, okay, what am I selling here? This is when we talked about things like your individual sessions, the pieces of you. Are you selling infidelity sessions? Are you selling grief sessions? Are you selling sessions for adolescents who are struggling or are struggling with addiction, or family members with an addicted member? Those keywords are what you're going to put into your blog. So personally, I've started blogging more this year. My goal is to write 300 words a day. And the 300 words a day will build into a blog that relates to my ideal client. Right now, I'm working on one about anger, and it's up to about 1,100 words. I don't really know the sweet spot for blogs, but it is more than 300 words and it's less than a book, right? So the rule of thumb is 6,000 words is about an hour. So if you Google NBCC or CEs or us, they'll generally say 6,000 words equals 1 hour of time. So keep that in mind. If you write 1,000 words, right, that's 1/6 of an hour. That might be a good sweet spot. But Google, find out in your area, find out what people are searching for. I'm also doing a little bit longer YouTube videos according to the Q&A that I'm getting in my inbox. So I'm creating not just the 1-minute Mondays, I'm creating a little bit longer videos so that Facebook likes it better, YouTube likes it better, and it's easier to share. So when you create content, this is where the magic happens. Ask your sphere of influence to share it. Ask them to take it out there and show someone, right? Ask and you shall receive, because you're already in a giver's gain mindset. So here's the golden aha moment. You guys know that I have a training company, Kate Walker Training, and most of my reviews, my blogs, my Facebook stuff, my Instagram, my YouTube relates to my business. Here's the magic. Google finds me anyway. Clients find me anyway. So if I get great reviews, by the way, I would love to have some great reviews this month from you guys. When you give me good reviews, my clients find those reviews and they know it's for business. I mean, it says clearly, Kate helped me grow my business. Kate helped me in supervision. Kate helped, or with teaching, but they can translate that to a good experience in the counseling room. And I've had several potential clients and folks who converted to clients tell me, well, I mean, your reviews were amazing. And I've got great reviews. I've got 5 out of 5 stars on Facebook and on, Google and all kinds of places. And so it helps me because, as I said earlier, I don't solicit reviews from clients. I would never ask a client to go give me a Google review. I know some of you do that. That's between you and your client. I say, me personally, I don't do that. So I'm giving you hopefully a little hope. So if you are thinking about getting off the asking clients for a review train, this idea of getting colleagues to review you, or if you offer CEs, getting your participants to review you. Students, what about those of you who teach in college, right? You could get a student review. Here's the deal. You have to, and I promise I'm going to break it down all through the month of February. You have to know that you have your business on Google, right? You have to go claim your business on Google. Once you do that, you'll get a magical link to Google reviews. Once you have that magical link, then you can put it everywhere. You can put it in emails when you deliver a service, when you deliver a talk to a PTO. Include that in your flyer, include that in your marketing material. Hey, here's my link to a Google review. Would love a 5-star review. And tell them 5 stars. I would love a 5-star review. Leave a spot at the bottom. If there's any reason you couldn't give me 5 stars today, I would love to know why. And send me a personal email here, right? Because we want to train these folks who are giving us reviews that the public is not a great place to improve my services, right? Giving me a 1-star review because I didn't answer my phone for a day or I didn't get my messages on my email, that's not going to help me answer my emails faster. So we need to train the public about that. You need to train your colleagues. You need to train your customers. I'm not talking about clients. I'm talking about people that you're soliciting reviews from. If you delivered a really crappy service, then say on your evaluation form, if I did a crappy job today, I would love an email. Just let me know how I can improve, right? And that helps them understand it's a personal message to let you know how you can improve, a public message when they can give you the big 5-star rating, okay? So I've talked about a lot of stuff today. I've talked about reviews, asking colleagues for reviews, asking colleagues and fans and Instagram followers and YouTube followers to like, share, follow. I've talked about blogs and SEO and keyword optimization. I've talked about how clients can actually find you based on those reviews because Google don't care, right? Google's going to say, oh, look, there's Jane Smith's name. There's Jane Smith's name. They have a 5-star review. It's going to still boost your practice website up in the Google rankings. People will find you, even if it's just colleague reviews, right? Because that's what folks want. They want the 5 stars. Now, what I'm going to do in February, I'm going to have a challenge for you guys, and I'm going to post it later next week. I want to see how many you can review. I want us to review each other, 5 stars only. And I want you to invite people to share, like, follow your stuff, right? We've got almost 1,200 people in this group. Can you imagine if we all just shared, followed, and reviewed each other? I mean, it would be incredible what we'd be doing for each other, right? That's what Givers Gain is all about, helping each other, and let's grow our business. So look for the challenge next week. Here's the magic. I didn't even talk about this. When you do get a bad review, and we all get them, these reviews, these good reviews, can counteract those bad reviews, right? And I've seen it happen before. Somebody who is just kind of, sour with the service, something happened. Maybe it was bad on your end. Maybe it was the weather. Maybe who knows. But when you get these good reviews, eventually Google's going to let go of the bad review. So that's it for today. I covered a lot of stuff about sharing the love, Givers Gain, making sure that you give 5-star reviews, shares, follows, and likes. We talked about Texas Supervisor Training. And if you're a supervisor here, high five, virtual high five. Stay here. Let's get your business up to badass. And then head over to Texas Supervisor Training because we're going to talk more about how we can make our businesses right. Make our businesses good, ethical places for our LPC associates to grow into our colleagues. And that's it. I will see you guys next week. Have a wonderful day. This is Dr. Kate Walker Training and Texas Counselors Creating Badass Businesses.